Paul Morris was 20 years old when he was sent to Angola as a soldier in the South African Army in 1987. They were allied to the rebels in the Angolan Civil War, fighting against the Angolan army. 25 years later, he went back there, this time by choice, and on a bike.
The essence of my decision to go back there was to see Angola in peacetime. My memories of Angola were just about war. The mere mention of the word Angola just meant war. It meant darkness, it meant fear, it meant nightmares, and I just wanted to change that. I wanted to have a balanced memory.
The then 45-year-old South African pedaled for almost 1,500 kilometers from Quito Carnival in southeast Angola to his old unit's base in northern Namibia, entirely on his own. It took him 3 weeks, riding for 8 to 10 hours a day and sleeping in villages or the bush.
The Angolan countryside in places is still littered with, in 2012 at least, it was still littered with military wreckage. Particularly on the road between Quito Carnival and Monongi, which used to be known as the Road of Death because of the government forces, convoys being ambushed, trying to reinforce Quito.
Morris spent 3 months fighting in Angola in 1987, firing mortars that he knew were killing people. It's a fact that he avoided thinking about for years, until he realized that the memories were still haunting him and giving him nightmares. On his return to Angola, seeing the country in peacetime, communicating with villagers despite the language barrier enabled him to make peace with his own past.
The essence of my journey was to complete this healing journey, complete my own healing journey, and it worked. I think I met these amazing people, former enemies. We had conversations that afterwards I realized were important for them too, in terms of their own healing.
He translated that physically and emotionally exhausting voyage into a book, which was published in March of this year. It's a chronicle of 2 journeys, a quarter of a century apart, that reconciles the young soldier with the grown man.